Thank you very much. Civil society, we count on you. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam. The civil society mechanism recognizes that SOFI, as the shared product of the Rome-based agencies, has been widely used as the most authoritative report on the status of hunger and food insecurity worldwide. So getting the messages right is very important. We were pleased to note that SOFI 15 improved over previous reports by explicitly comparing trends in stunting with trends in the prevalence of undernourishment, and by emphasizing that economic growth must be inclusive and achieved through the right policies and incentives. However, we want to point out problems with the framing and summaries of issues in this year's SOFI because we're concerned that these may also affect future monitoring reports. First, the severity of the problems of food insecurity and malnutrition were understated. Second, there was an overemphasis on partial solutions and incomplete analysis of the drivers of change. In particular, the discussion of agriculture was unbalanced, with too much attention given to agricultural productivity and productivism, and too little to agroecological practices. Similarly, the discussion of trade was unbalanced, with virtual absence of discussion on improving domestic markets and policies that can enhance domestic access to food from a rights-based perspective. References in the report to inclusive partnerships did not mention the need for conflict of interest safeguards to protect human rights from encroachment by the corporate sector. The prevalence of undernourishment metric, which has been the primary metric of hunger and food insecurity to date, has many shortcomings which are well known. These do not need to be reiterated. But with the adoption of the SDGs, we have an opportunity to move to better measures that are more nuanced and more congruent with the FAO definition of food security. These must include human rights-based indicators, a combination of long-term cumulative impacts such as childhood stunting and short-term impacts due to price volatility and natural or man-made disasters, metrics aligned with availability, access, consumption, and stability of food supplies, and experience-based indicators such as the FIES that can capture deficiencies in dietary quality, cultural appropriateness of foods that are available, and short-term gaps, as well as long-term severe caloric deficiencies. In addition, we hope that future reports showing progress on SDG 2 and related goals include far more disaggregated data and indicators of overnutrition, especially excess consumption of ultra-processed foods that lead to non-communicable diseases. Finally, Madam Chair, participation by civil society in the preparation of future monitoring reports will help ensure that its framing and messages accurately reflect the experience of people who are actually experiencing hunger and malnutrition.